Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of the Yardcast. Since this week is the week of the North Carolina State Fair, I thought it would be cool to do an episode on the Flower and Garden Show. Now, if you have a chance to make it to the fair this year, I definitely recommend going and checking it out. There's a lot of cool stuff on display there. My hope was to go down there and talk to people about the garden plots they were working on, but unfortunately the day I went there it was just pouring rain. So there weren't a lot of people there, and the few people who were there, I didn't really have a lot of time to talk to them in between the breaks in the rain. But I was able to talk to a couple really cool people who were working on some neat stuff. So without further ado, let's check it out.
My name is Jeff Webster and I'm with Alamance Community College, and this is one of the two gardens that we're doing here at the State Fair this year. This is our wine bottle waterfall garden. We had the same garden last year. We changed it a little bit. We changed the color scheme. And last year, all these, where you see all these plants, was actually reflecting pools. So it drained from one pool over to the next pool in a circle. We revamped it this year, trying something a little different. We put in some new pumps. We've come in and pulled out the ponds and put in plants. And we've also started and have our living wall up here. The plants are all either grown on campus at Alamance Community College or was bought from a local nursery. We planted all the living wall panels there and grow there. We have a pretty good sized living wall panel on our horticulture building. And this mainly was a collaboration between the horticulture department and advertising graphics. We did have some advertising graphics students come down and help us prepare this garden. And they're also their instructor, Denise Archuleta. All the bottles were donated by local wineries. It took us approximately a week to get all the bottles stacked up the way we wanted them and get them secure and get the top row in, and then another 3 or 4 days to get the pumps in. Last year it was just kind of a slow trickle. We put more pumps on that to get more water flow out of the bottles themselves. It consists of over 700 wine bottles that we individually glued together. The top 2 rows, we took a diamond drill bit, drilled holes in the back of the bottles, and we have 4 pumps, irrigation pumps that are pumping water up to the back of the bottles to making it fall back in the pond, and it's just recirculating back through. We do have a light in the back. We also have mylar hung up behind there, and we have a fan. So the fan blows the mylar, the light reflects on the mylar, and it gives it a shimmer at nighttime, and it's blocked off on all 3 sides. Last year and the year before, both, I know we finished first place. We got first place for Horton Here's a Who. We had Horton Here's a Who garden up top. And last year we had Alice in Wonderland right over here that we won first place with. We also won the Ag Commissioner's Award for the Horton Here's a Who garden. This garden last year got 3rd place. We're hoping to improve on that, maybe get first place this year. A lot of people, we got a lot of good feedback on this garden last year. A lot of people said they would love to have this wall in their, at their house.
My name is Bryson Trexler, and our company is Perspective Landscape Concepts, and this is actually my 5th year out here doing the garden exhibit. What we try to do is build something that looks like it has been here for years, and for this year one of our gardens is actually our commercial plot here. This would be perfect of something like a townhouse, outside your backyard where you've got fences all around you. We've designed a nice seating area with a sunken fire pit, a small seat wall with some boulders incorporated. We've got some really nice plantings here, a couple specimens like this red dragon pine. We've got a butterfly Japanese maple accenting the corner in there. We've got a weeping serpentine blue atlas cedar. These are a few of the plants that we like to use and incorporate in our designs as a company to kind of give a distinguished look to the landscapes that we're doing. Most of what we have here, with the exception of that butterfly Japanese maple, is something that is going to stay more compact and dwarf, which is kind of what we specialize in, is slow growing dwarf plants, nothing that people have to shear, like hollies and boxwoods and things like that, real low maintenance. And here we've used an irregular flagstone, which is very popular, and we've incorporated a moss planting in between the flagstones here to accent and pop in contrast with the stone. The plants we get from lots of our vendors that we use, wholesale. Some of them are specimens from my yard that we'll use. You may see a couple of them year after year here at the fair, so if you take note. This is actually set up for 10 days, so from Thursday the 16th through the October 26th, you can come out and check it out. And this is just kind of a slice of the kind of work we do as a company.
All right, we are from Alamance Community College in Graham, North Carolina, and we chose Tinkerbell as our theme. And according to the Tinkerbell movies, the fairies were in charge of creating the seasons or changing the seasons. So here we've represented, on one side we've got winter, beside it we've got a representation of fall, and you can see spring and summer poking up from behind the back there. It's also going to represent an island, so there, when we're finished, there will be sand surrounding the island with seashells, and we've got the walls surrounding it with lights that represent stars at night. The wheel is as if you're in a ship and you are out at sea and you come across the island out there. And we have had multiple departments work on this particular garden. We've had the horticulture department, advertising and graphics department, welding department, and the automotive department all work together for our cartoon garden. Originally the island was supposed to rotate, but now that we're kind of down to the wire and we've had these parts break, we've been unable to repair them, so we're trying to make do the best we can. The tree, this was actually one that was on our campus at Alamance Community College that, we needed a tree of life, which is, where the fairy dust kind of comes from for the fairies. So we took one of our crab apples on campus and put it in a bucket of cement, stuck it in the middle, and we've got the leaves are representing the different seasons as well. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's fall, summer, and then spring in the back and winter in the front.
Pretty good stuff, huh? Now, in addition to this, Bryson Trexler also started talking to us about his other garden, but unfortunately about a minute into it, the sky completely opened up and started pouring, so we had to cut it short. But what we got was still pretty good, so I thought I'd go ahead and share it anyways.
This is our exhibit that we actually used last year. The theme on this one is called Rolling Along. So what we did was we built a fiberglass waterfall, about 7 foot. It's got a nice boulder inside, so you could actually sit inside the waterfall and have a different perspective out into the garden. And we've also got an overlook that we've built so that you can enjoy the garden from above. We've got a lot of winter interest plants, some beauty berries, white beauty berries. We've got some winter berries with the red berries, and we've got some pyracanther, which has got a nice orange berry. What we've kind of going for this year is the first snow in autumn, so we've kind of made it into a little ski shack, so to speak.
So that's our episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to everyone at Perspective Landscape Concepts and the staff and students at Alamance Community College who took the time to talk to us. Now, definitely go to the Flower and Garden Show at the State Fair this year to check out the work these people did, and also all the other gardens and plants and other things that are on display that people put a lot of hard work into. There's some cool stuff. I know you'll love it. If you have any questions or anything, you can email us at yardcast@gmail.com and follow us on Twitter at @yardcast1. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.